I rewatched The Wicker Man last night. You ever seen that, Bello?
I know the name. What's
Check
it about?
Well, whenever Rick would send me a video about the Burning Man, what is it, festivals that are always in Colorado, I think, and they have one here called the Burning Swan, I think it is, or something like that. And every time I've seen it, because everybody just gets there and it's very hippie-like, and they, you rock up with nothing, but no money, everybody just shares and all this sort of stuff. And then they eventually build this big, wooden guy, huge sort of towering wooden guy. And once they've built it, eventually they all party on and take lots of stuff, and then they burn the fuck out of it. And it always just reminded me of The Wicker Man, the film. And I thought, man, this is a bit dodgy. I don't know, because unless you've seen The Wicker Man, it's a disturbing film. 73. I don't know spoilers. I don't want to blow it.
Who's in that?
The Equalizer. What's his name? Edward Woodward, I think. Is that his name?
Woodward? Love that show.
Edward
in
Woodward.
The mid to late 80s.
His name is Ed, and then 3 Woods.
Edward Woodward. I think that's his name.
Edward Wood. It's like Ed Wood times 3.
Can you play the theme tune for us? It's such a good. This theme tune rocks. I love it.
The
Equalizer theme tune.
That's the best thing of the show. The show was pretty lame.
Yeah, a bit lame because it's formula TV, right? So he goes to a phone booth. Here we go.
Is that it?
Keep going.
I remember it.
I'm not enjoying it.
No, I remember something different.
That's it. Sort of few fucking lines of coke. For fuck's sake. Sort of. Hardpodcast.com. That was, it was very formulaic. So basically what someone would find like a bit of paper or something if you need help. It was a bit like the A-Team, if no one else can help, he would come. Equalizer. Yeah, the Equalizer would come and sort it out. It was
Yeah, I mean, look, he's great actor. I love the guy.
Oh, yeah, I'll give you my favourite film, without a doubt, with Edward Woodward, is that film in 1973.
The Wicker Man.
Where he went to the Wicker Man, when he goes to the island.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And what I'm curious about, I'm trying to look now, is they mention at the start of the film, thanks to all the people of this certain isle, west of Scotland, I think it is, and Lord Summerisle, which is the Lord there. I think they actually thank him. So, is this kind of like? Is this how they actually live? Like, is this their kind of? I mean, seriously, have you seen the film, Rollo?
I've seen it, man. It's like
it's fucked up.
It is. Do you know that Christopher Lee, just before he he did an interview before he died, said it was the thing. You know how Christopher Lee was, played Dracula and was in Lord of the Rings and all of that. He said, the thing I'm most proud of in my life was The Wicker Man. That was what he was most proud of. And
what did he play in it?
He played he was the head guy of the island.
Right.
So the poor old Edward Woodward was the cop that went over and was a virgin, obviously, and then...
Yeah, came willingly.
And you got to see Brett Eklund fully naked.
Yes, I watched it at the end last night. I mean,
and that bit when they take him up over and the Wicker Man comes into view. I mean, no spoilers. I mean, it's 1973 movie.
Ah, well, whatever. It's already done now.
When that comes into view, it's
don't
is
spoil
truly
it.
frightening.
I'm going to watch it, but I'm just looking at the cover, and it does look like Burning Man. Eh?
Totally, dude. Totally. That's why we need Rick here, because he was the one that
And they remade it. Sorry to cut you off. They remade it with Nick Cage, and it was crap.
That was terrible. That was just a joke. It was just pathetic. Because Rick sent me a video. No, sorry, a podcast. I can't remember the name of it, but
Which one?
The one about the Wicker Man, the Burning Man, the guy.
Oh,
Burning Man on top. Can you go on about that, please? Because we've been talking about Wicker Man and Burning Man.
Steve Outtrim.
Hey, look, it is so worth a listen, guys. So worth a listen.
Steve Outtrim was a computer nerd back in, I guess, the late 80s, and he had this company called Sausage Software back in Wellington, and he ended up making $50 million. It was a really out there system that he developed, and he made $50 million or whatever, and so he's been to Burning Man 25 times or some incredible thing, and he started spotting, there's something really sus about this. And he researched it, and he's traced. It's just totally military Satanism. With when someone goes, "Oh, it's bullshit," he's got citations, and it's totally credible research. Like the whole Burning Man is a psyop for the whole technocratic empire that's coming about. Because that's what's happening. We're moving into technocracy,
exactly.
where technology runs us. And we pay for our, the technology is our master, and we have to pay for it. And if you're not part of that system, you're of no use to society, and get rid of them. And that's the way the technocratic empire is going to be. Outtrim has been probably the best I've seen, but he was involved with Jan Irvin for a while there, and Jan Irvin now says he's CIA and tries to dirty him. But I say Outtrim is the guy to trust, and the other guy isn't.
Yeah, no, well, look, I just know that podcast it's
fantastic.
It was great because I always because I had friends that always went to Burning Man in Colorado.
It's in.
Forgive my ignorance.
Is it Colorado?
Guys? Hey, forgive my ignorance, guys. But what is Burning Man? What is Burning Man?
Burning Man
it's like
is a giant dance party.
Yeah. Dance party, and it's really hippie.
It costs you. It costs you about $20 or $5,000 to get into it. But when you get there, there's no money's used. You're in a and they've got all these zones that are part of. There's a
Black Rock Desert, northwest of Nevada.
Nevada.
The Las Vegas.
Look, as Noiseville says, you've got to go to Outtrim's research. It's so complex and so fantastic. I can't. Say, I'll just make mistakes if I try and explain it. But
just listen to it. Yeah, for sure.
He's a really nice guy too. He's from Wellington in New Zealand, and he made his money. He also owned nightclubs in Sydney, and he explains about the dance party scene in Sydney, how it was contrived and run by people up there, and blah 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 blah. It's
so
really
Rick, tell me what I seem to remember the name Sausage Software. What was their product? What was
Sausage Software was probably something that made things easier to share, or it was probably
file share.
It was a file thing. He sold it though, but when he sold it, he got 50.
You never knew what was in the software, I tell you.
Yeah, it had back doors in it, probably, blah, 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 blah. But he made $50 million out of that. And then he's been attacked by mass media big time because he was in a messy divorce. He was taken out as far as credibility goes by the powers that be. But his research, and especially into Burning Man, is absolutely infallible. That's all I'm going to say. And really, 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 really worth getting into, because I'm not going to be able to explain it and give you the best thing. But all I'm going to say is go into Steve Outtrim, Burning Man. There's about 15 hours of his research online. Highly recommend.
And he actually coded it. He did the code for this software.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What was the one that Metallica went after in the early 90s? Remember?
No, that was a completely different. That was file sharing.
What was that one? Napster. It had nothing to do with Napster.
No, nothing.
Nothing.
The complete polar opposite.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Rick. Like, you've seen the Wicker Man, haven't you? The film?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so obvious. And you know, Wicker is massive at the moment. Like, it's this female-centric, anti-male, vegan type weird. You know, it's like
SJW feminist stuff
big,
like that.
Big time, and it's a big movement for sure.
Okay, fair enough. Hey, look, what I'm asking is, like, at the start of the movie, they thank the inhabitants of this certain island and Lord Summers Isle, and it's like, is that just to make it sound like make the viewer think that it's real, like there actually is a place like this?
No, it's definitely real. It was the island off Scotland, where they filmed it, and then you got to watch out though. There's a movie with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, I know.
Don't get mixed up with that one. Yeah.
Stick with the original. Callum,
the 1973 one.
With Callan, what's his name? The actor from Callan. Edward Woodward.
We were talking about him before.